Information Security Unit 5 for RGPV Exam 2023 notes are in comment section. 1. Defining rules. Rules are essential components of games that establish the structure, boundaries, and guidelines for gameplay. They define the rights, responsibilities, and constraints of players within the game's framework. Rules govern the actions, behaviors, and interactions of players and determine how the game progresses and concludes. Clear and well-defined rules are crucial for ensuring fairness, providing challenges, and facilitating meaningful gameplay experiences. 2. A deck of cards. A deck of cards serves as a concrete example to understand the concept of rules in games. A typical deck of cards consists of 52 playing cards, each with its own rank and suit. The rules associated with a deck of cards dictate how the cards can be shuffled, dealt, and used in various games. These rules determine the objectives, winning conditions, and specific actions that players can take during gameplay. 3. Quality of rules. The quality of rules refers to the effectiveness, clarity, and balance of the rules in a game. Well-designed rules contribute to a smooth, engaging, and enjoyable gameplay experience. Key considerations for assessing the quality of rules include: A. Clarity. Rules should be clear, concise, and easily understood by players. B. Completeness. Rules should cover all essential aspects of gameplay, leaving no ambiguities or gaps. C. Consistency. Rules should be internally consistent and not contradict each other. D. Balance. Rules should provide a balanced and fair experience for all players, avoiding situations of dominance or unfair advantages. A. Adaptability. Rules should allow for flexibility, accommodating different player numbers, skill levels, and gameplay variations. F. Enforceability. Rules should be enforceable and able to be followed by players without undue complications. G. Accessibility. Rules should be accessible to a diverse range of players, considering language, cultural, and cognitive factors. Importance of clear and quality rules. Clear and well-designed rules facilitate understanding, fairness, and engagement among players. They establish a common understanding and shared expectations, minimizing confusion and disputes during gameplay. Quality rules contribute to the flow and balance of a game, ensuring that it remains challenging, strategic, and enjoyable. Good rules allow players to focus on the game itself, encouraging creativity, problem-solving, and immersion. Developing and refining rules is a critical aspect of game design. Effective rules enhance the overall game experience, enabling players to fully engage, strategize, and derive enjoyment from the gameplay. Rules in context. Rules in games exist within a broader context that includes the game's environment, social interactions, and cultural influences. The context in which rules are applied can significantly impact gameplay experiences and outcomes. Understanding the context helps interpret and apply the rules effectively, considering factors such as player dynamics, game culture, and player expectations. Rules on 3 levels. 1. Operational rules. Operational rules, also known as component rules, are the most basic and fundamental level of rules. They define the physical or digital components of the game and how they can be manipulated or interacted with. Operational rules govern actions such as moving game pieces, rolling dice, drawing cards, or activating abilities. These rules establish the foundational mechanics and behaviors that players can perform within the game system. 2. Tactical rules. Tactical rules focus on strategies, decision-making, and the interaction between players within the game. They outline the possible moves, actions, and tactics that players can employ to achieve their goals. Tactical rules often involve positioning, resource management, timing, and player interactions. These rules provide guidance on how players can navigate the game space, exploit opportunities, and gain advantages over opponents. 3. Strategic rules. Strategic rules operate at a higher level and encompass long-term planning, overall game objectives, and meta-level strategies. They guide players in developing overarching plans, making choices, and adapting their tactics based on the evolving game state. Strategic rules may involve managing resources, optimizing efficiency, anticipating opponents' moves, and evaluating risks. These rules shape the player's broader game strategies, influencing their decision-making and goal-oriented actions. Importance of rules on 3 levels. Rules on 3 levels, operational, tactical, and strategic, work together to create depth, challenge, and engagement in games. Operational rules establish the foundation of gameplay mechanics and interactions. Tactical rules provide opportunities for skillful decision-making and interaction between players. Strategic rules encourage long-term planning, adaptability, and goal-oriented strategies. The interplay of rules on different levels offers a layered and dynamic experience, allowing players to explore different dimensions of gameplay and exercise their skills and creativity. Designing effective rules on all 3 levels requires careful consideration and balancing of complexity, clarity, and depth. Well-crafted rules provide structure, balance, and meaningful choices, enhancing the overall gameplay experience for players. 1. Constitutive rules. Constitutive rules are a type of rule that define what constitutes a game and distinguish it from other activities. These rules establish the necessary conditions or characteristics that must be present for an activity to be considered a game. Constitutive rules outline the essential elements, objectives, and boundaries that define the game's structure and purpose. They help differentiate games from non-games and provide a framework for understanding the nature of games as a unique form of activity. 2. Implicit rules. Implicit rules are unwritten or unspoken rules that are understood and followed by participants within a game. They are not explicitly stated but are implicitly understood through the gameplay mechanics, conventions, and social context. Implicit rules may involve etiquette, fair play, communication norms, or expectations of behavior within the game. Players typically learn and internalize these rules through observation, experience, and social interaction. 3. Identity of a game. The identity of a game refers to its distinguishing characteristics, themes, mechanics, and overall experience. It encompasses the unique features and qualities that set a game apart and contribute to its recognition and appeal. The identity of a game can be influenced by various factors, including its genre, art style, narrative, gameplay mechanics, and target audience. A game's identity shapes how it is perceived, marketed, and experienced by players, and can influence its success in the gaming industry.